The Stash Vertex Group addon makes it a little bit easier to work with vertex groups. Its main function is creating a copy of a vertex group at a certain stage to be restored if something has gone wrong with its modification, and this without having to undo all the work done beside that upon this particular vertex group. The stashed vertex group can also be exported and imported as a JSON file, making it easy to work with vertex groups between Blender files and keep versions of the same vertex group at hand. The addons interface is a sub-panel of the vertex groups panel in the properties area. There are 7 buttons, a text input field, and an information area. The buttons are Stash, that makes a copy of the vertex group. Restore, restores the stashed vertex group. Append, imports a stash from a different blend file. Export, exports the stash to a JSON file. Import, imports the stash from a JSON file. Refresh, refreshes the stash information area. Purge, deletes the stash. The comment input field is to add a comment to the stash information. The stash information area displays the name of the stashed vertex group and its vertex count, the name of the object the stashed vertex group was in, and its total vertex count, the name of the file the object was in, and a comment that has been added to the stash information. Let's try out the process of stashing a vertex group. Let's look at vertex groups from the weight paint mode, though not necessary for the stashing process. We stash the active vertex group. We can add a comment. Export the stash. An informative file name is generated by default. We have here a prefix, the name of the object, the vertex group name, and a timestamp. Let's import another stashed vertex group. The stash was imported. Now, to restore the stash, press the Restore button. The vertex group is restored. Now we can do experiments. Stash this version with a comment. Export it. Continue weight painting and import the other version if you need. We can, of course, duplicate vertex groups to make versions, but that will quickly clutter the vertex groups list with groups you might not end up using at all. The stash will remain after Blender closes, and the history is lost. Should you need a stash that has not been exported, and you know the file it might be in, you can easily append it from that file to check it out. The stashed vertex group is kept internally in the text editor and can be edited there as well if you find a need for that. When the panel's width makes it hard to read from the information area, it can be called upon by clicking the stashed label. That's it for now. More features will be added later,